Okay, and thank you for joining us. My name is Tom Clendon, and I'm an SBR online lecturer. And I'm joined today by George. And I'm talking to George in January 2001, just after the SBR results have come out. And George had to do his exam at the last minute on remotely. He had to do it as a CBE exam remotely, right at the last minute. But first of all, let me just ask George, how did you get on in your December exam?
Hi Tom. Yeah, I passed it. I got a 72%.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
very happy with that. Yeah.
So can you perhaps share from your perspective why you passed or the secret of your success?
Definitely doing the mock exams, your mock exams, tuition, the revision, and then obviously the final mock. They were key. They were key to passing, and doing other question practice to time as well on the ACCA platform, the test reach platform, because that's what you're going to get in the real thing.
Yeah. So when you entered the exam originally, you thought you were going to turn up at an exam center and things were going to be normal. But as we know, COVID came along and put those plans to bed. How much notice did you get? How did you feel about that when you were told suddenly you had to do it at home?
Yeah, I think it was about 3 weeks to a month's notice. I can't quite remember, but I got the email through and just thought, oh God, what do I have to do? It's all this setup, all this, the onus is on you then to make sure everything's ready, the computer's running properly, you've got no firewalls blocking the system, and it's just added pressure, added stress that you don't really want when you're, preparing for one of your final exams.
Sure. But was there guidance? What how did you find the ACCA guidance to help you? Was it there?
Yeah. It's really good actually. They did release a webinar, and I think you can access that online somewhere. I mean, I did watch it live, so but they did say it's loaded on there, and they got the approach to taking the remote exam. They got the chapter on the website, so you can follow the guides. Before you book the exam, run your systems test. And that's the one thing I'd say to anyone doing it is before you book, run the systems test and then run the systems test twice a week afterwards, because you don't know what's going to crop up.
Sure.
There might be something that's going to block that, and you don't want to go into the exam in the morning of the exam. You don't want something to pop up and sorry, you can't run your system won't run.
So did you take the exam on your computer or did you take the exam on a work computer?
It was on a work computer, and the ACCA guidance does say use a personal computer if you can, but I didn't have one, so I had to use the work computer and laptop, and it's got the corporate firewalls on it. But I just made sure that the IT guy on my firm, I ran it all through with him, run the test with him on the phone, just to make sure it was all running okay, and it was fine. But
good.
Just make sure it's all sorted before. Don't leave to the last minute.
And how did you feel on the day? Were you able to lock the door?
Yeah. So the problem I had was ACCA guidance states that you need to be in a private room with locked doors, windows, curtains drawn, and everything like that. I think, well, I live in a studio flat, so I was taking the exam in my kitchen, which is connected to my front room. This is just kind of open space. But the invigilator, I said that to him or her, and it wasn't a problem, because you have to take photographs of your workspace before as like a pre-exam check, and you send that. They take 15 minutes to have a look, and they say, yeah, you're good to go. As long as you're not disturbed, I think that's the main thing. As long as you've got someone coming in the background, they're happy with that.
Brilliant.
It was a big stress for me, because I was like, what am I going to do if they turn around and say, no, sorry, your environment's not good enough? No, great, I'll wait 3 months then.
But you were able to follow the instructions, and even though it was stressful, you achieved it. I mean, Yeah.
The guidance is good, and the pre-exam checks, it is. I mean, ACCA, they had to roll out something that I think they were planned on taking a year, maybe 2 years to do this. They had to roll it out in 3 months. Yeah. And for considering that, it did go well.
Good. And you've got one more exam to go?
Yeah, SBL.
SBL.
In March, hopefully.
Okay. All right.
It'll be remote as well.
That'll be remote as well. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, you'll be a little bit calmer, I hope, but I guess you'll still do all those checks again. You'll still make sure you're thoroughly prepared.
Yeah. They've had an extra 3 months now to iron out any issues that I know a lot of students might have had problems in the December sitting. So they're all sorted, and yeah, we'll go again.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, thank you very much for giving up your time to share your story, George, and that's appreciated from me, and I'm sure it's appreciated from our listeners as well.
Well, I hope it helps. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Cheers, George. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.